U.S. Tzu Chi volunteers organized a volunteer training session for Ecuadorian locals to inspire love and compassion. Taiwan takes advantages of its geographical environment and combines ecological features to boost produce. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Margaret Lin. Thank you for joining us. U.S. Tzu Chi volunteers traveled to Ecuador to continue caring for residents who were impacted by the 2016 earthquake. In addition, the volunteers also held a volunteer training session for the locals. Today we are holding a training workshop for the volunteers of Ecuador.
I am from Canoa and I wanted to come because I want to be a Tzu Chi volunteer.
The course today was very productive. I have learned how to say properly and how to walk in an elegant manner.
I still don't know how to eat with chopsticks properly because I am a beginner.
Well, I don't know how to hold them properly, but I will try. I will keep up with the techniques. Holding the bowl like this is quite difficult.
I already knew that Tzu Chi's fundamental principles have a lot in common with our beliefs, specifically with the 10 Commitments.
Sister Yolanda, who is a Catholic nun, perfectly understands Christian teachings. I like to work with her a lot, as she has helped us explain Tzu Chi concept to the locals.
Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien. Contenta, feliz. Sobre todo
It's very good. I am very happy. Most of all, we can speak on the great love spirituality of the Tzu Chi Foundation. What pleases me the most is that it is founded on love and care for those in need, as well as on compassion, respect, and on protecting Mother Earth.
En la misericordia, en el respeto, en el cuidado del planeta.
1, 2, 3,
Tzu Chi volunteers continue with long-term care in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, after the 2010 earthquake. It has been 8 years, but life in Haiti hasn't improved. Many locals believe that change is only possible with education. Now, after the earthquake, most of the population is still living their lives with what they had. We didn't really have much before, and even less after the earthquake. This is because we already had big issues with our education system. We still have basic needs problems, so it's still difficult to have a normal life.
Haiti today is a labyrinth. That's how I see Haiti now. It's kind of like an explosion of multiple sectors. A famine explosion, a homeless explosion, and a political explosion.
What do I think about the country? It's pretty much destroyed. For a while, it hasn't been that great. We don't have that much progress. Instead of moving forward, we're actually going backwards.
It's something that should start when they are young. There needs to be good education and good parenting at the same time. So I don't think everything can just change overnight.
I believe the big problem we have is in education. If we received a good education, I don't think things would be the way they are now. Since we've been discussing education, I really do believe education is the only solution for the future.
I think we could have a lot of progress in areas like education, health, and agriculture in our country, due to the fact we have a lot of resources. Without resources, and if we are willing to help one another, we should be able to see some progress.
Haiti has always had outsiders' help, but it's only for certain people. It's not for everyone. The chosen population that was helped has benefited from it, decreasing some problems. That's excellent for them, but not for everyone.
Change is not going to come from the infrastructure, but change will happen through the citizens themselves.
Last Sunday of May is Mother's Day in Haiti. When U.S. Tzu Chi volunteers traveled to Haiti to distribute rice, they also had a chance to celebrate with local residents.
Today in Haiti is a Mother's Day. We went to different locations to see what is the community celebrate. We went to park. We see the flowers arranged by a gentleman, a man, to prepare the flower for order. We purchased a flower to share our appreciation to all the mothers.
There's always a lot of activities. People are coming to buy flowers and other things. It's one of the most important days because mothers are very significant to all Haitians.
We are at the site of our Tzu Chi school. We see 80 years old. She sells the flower. The flower have different colors.
This pink color means your mother is present with you on this special day to celebrate together. This red one means your mom is out of town. The black one means your mom has passed away and is no longer here anymore. In my case, my mom has passed. I miss my mother. If she was here, I wouldn't be in this situation. A mother represents everything important in life. A mother carried you in her womb for 9 months. She breastfed you, she gave you everything. So you must adore and respect your mother.
Today I'm going to buy some flowers for my mother. My mother represents a lot of things to me. She gave birth to me, she takes me to school, she raises me, she buys me clothes, and she does everything for me.
In Taiwan, compared to Haitian, the difference is all how we celebrate the Mother's Day. But I think the fundamental spirit still not changed. No matter where you are, the global language is love, to pay respect to our mothers.
Bonne fête, maman chérie. Bonne fête, maman chérie.
Kada Tzu Chi Dialysis Center has a patient whose care at home isn't ideal, which is dangerous for her overall health. With many repeated infections, the staff decided to help clean her home. This will dramatically reduce the infection rates of her ports.
The windows and floors are all covered in dust. This is the home of a dialysis patient named Manzana. The last 3 months, her port kept on getting infected, so the dialysis center staff came over to help her clean her home.
The windows are very dirty. This is not helping her health situation.
Due to her health issues, Manzana has many mood swings. This day, the staff came over to not only help her clean her home, but also to celebrate Mother's Day with her.
She is just like a grandma to us, so we hope today's home visit can help cheer her up for the future. I would like to see her smiling and being happy every day.
Everyone is here caring for my mother, treating her like their own mother. I'm deeply touched and very grateful to them.
The love and care from our dialysis center staff will continue, being there for Manzana every step of the way.
In Malaysia, Sekia and Tempo has held the annual Wesak Day Floats procession in Malacca, joined by nearly 100 organizations. Tzu Chi volunteers who have been promoting environmental protection have also driven a recycling truck with the goal of reducing garbage.
On the eve of Wesak, Sekia and Temple is holding a Wesak Day float procession. Despite the rain, people still join the event to pay respect to the Buddha.
We join the procession to share our positive energy and practice our love and compassion. Despite the rain, Buddhists still join the procession. You will notice that everyone is standing by the side. They are aware it is Buddha's birthday and they want to commemorate this occasion.
Nearly 100 organizations have joined the float procession. This year's floats are also made with recycled materials.
There is much material left after the procession. By the next year, we will think about how to reuse these materials and give them value.
Yes, some of these are recycled bottles. People bring them over after finishing the drinks.
There are things should not be used and some things we should use less often. Styrofoam is an example. The government has told us not to use it because it could give our poison when heated.
Since 2007, Tzu Chi volunteers have been going amongst the public to promote environmental awareness. This year, they've also provided a recycling truck behind the floats.
We stay behind the floats, and people who want to recycle their bottles can place them in the truck for us. We are also telling everyone that we are down to earth with recycling.
It is very convenient. I was looking for the garbage can. If it was not for them, I would have to carry the garbage with me.
If we litter, we'd be harming the planet's Earth.
As members of the public pay respect to the Buddha, they've also learned to protect the environment.
Taiwan is known for its agriculture, though it has limited land. This means creativity is needed when it comes to promoting agriculture in rural areas. In our next report, we go to DaAi to visit a village where families found growing mulberries as a solution.
This group of grandmothers on scooters have a combined age of 1,000.
Young people can handle this work, but these old people are in their 70s. I'm 71. Coming out here is like play for me.
Red mulberry is acidic and sour, while black ones and bright black ones are known as black diamonds, which need to be picked quickly. After picking, they have to be quickly washed. Here are 4 big buckets with 3 pairs of eyes watching intently.
This is a food safety issue, so we need to be careful.
Chiayi's Yizu Township Xizhou Village has only 300 households, with more than 100 households involved in mulberry cultivation. Much of it is done on the edges of corners of idle cornfields, as you can see them planted in rows.
Take a look, the whole village plants this. All of the elderly here plant this.
From these streets to the end of the alley, all this open space is being used to cultivate mulberry.
This is not my main business, as I normally work making noodles.
At the door of a house, 3 or 5 mulberry trees are the norm, but such small amounts are difficult to sell. This quantity cannot be sold. Since returning to his hometown, Ke Zhongzi has set up a sales production class, stimulating these hard-working villagers.
You must have a certain amount to achieve a certain economic benefit.
Mulberry are hard to preserve, spoiling just 1 day after they are picked. They also need to be flash frozen.
We fear breaking the fruit or rapid oxidation.
My impression is that mulberry is easy to cultivate, and there's no correct way to grow it, so it's hard to control quality.
With expert counseling and the right climate, these mulberries don't use pesticides, and there are no pests or diseases that affect them.
There are 3 conditions along with weather which can cause disease in these plants. However, here in DaAi, we haven't seen any disease yet.
Mulberry production season is quite short, ending 1 month after Tomb Sweeping Day. However, this mulberry village can supply a full year of shipments, which is dependent upon this group of elderly people.
I come out at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I get here at around 5:30.
Young people are afraid of working in the hot sun.
Every household which cultivates mulberry will ask Mr. Ke and other villagers to help. While the elderly may be slower, they are careful and pay attention to quality control.
Their output may not be as much and they don't work as fast, but they do the work more carefully and they can also do this work.
With the scale of production gradually growing larger and larger, this has attracted the attention of other counties and cities. Even foreign groups have come to visit Taiwan specifically, as a decade of experience and work has led this mulberry village to create new opportunities for themselves.
Shen Chaofu is from a rural area in DaAi and was an executive at a high-tech company in China. For the sake of his family, he returned home 6 years ago to transform his family farm into modern greenhouses. This allowed traditional agriculture to experience new high-tech opportunities.
咱这位咖啡是为去年的10月、10月开始栽种，它的生长期大概2个半月，所以咱现在已经到今年的3月，你就已经慢慢的成熟了哈。
In the early days, when you were engaged in electronics-related industries, when your family heard that you were going to engage in this type of agriculture, you would have to invest more than $180,000 US. If you don't make any money, this is something difficult that you need to overcome.
I was opposed to his decision before. He has achieved a high level of education and now he wants to come back into farming. At that time, all farming was very backward and you couldn't make any money. Now that the greenhouses and orchards are open, tour buses come to pick the fruits and vegetables.
What's the taste when I eat it now? It's much different. How do I describe it? I think this is from a greenhouse. There's no pesticide. This is much better.
If the tomato has this fuzz, it means that no pesticides have been used and that it is organic.
嘿，赵峰，最近好无？最近袂歹啦。卖了安那？
最近这种新产品
是，
无啥好卖呢。
安怎讲咧？
加入群聚就是开始要网路的。
To join the group means we began to go online. The first network is Facebook and then Line, and then we worked with online malls. We learned how to do this by joining the group.
可以透过群聚，然后去学习怎么经营。
The second generation aren't interested in doing this work, and I don't want to invest anymore. After joining the group, I continue to encourage him because this is a new era and we don't have our traditional distribution channels. Doing this allows us to learn more knowledge and interact with more people.
这个姜拌酱，它是用全部都是苦茶油下去炒的。对，那姜必须要用老姜，而且要用好的老酱油。
哦，那个茶油味道还蛮香芋的呢。
对，因为我们100%用茶油。一个人可能走。
An individual may move faster, but a group can go further. In fact, my feeling is that when one is starting a career, you have to rely on time to explore many things, and it's better to learn from everyone together.
大家身上一起学习。
Currently, these few businesses are in rural areas and they simply want to extend their access and distribution through government cooperation, including some plans to work with schools and universities. If this is the case, then our power is not just 1 + 1 = 2, but much more.
那我们也希望打造一个科技农业的一种行销的概念套入在我们整个群聚今年度的主轴之一
We want to use this process to have young people invest in agriculture and introduce these concepts in thinking and quality control. We want this technology to affect the whole agricultural process. We hope that this will gradually help Taiwan take back its agricultural advantage.
In Taiwan, Wangxi Elementary School in New Taipei City has held a gratitude event to thank Tzu Chi's Humanitarian Cultural Center for giving out books and Rhythms magazines to 16 local schools. At events, physically challenged performers also performed. This is a food factory and it utilizes LED lights to help stimulate the growth of vegetables.
Explaining the story behind every picture at the exhibition, the docent is quite professional. Can you take a guess of their ages? They're actually just elementary school students.
As children give guided tours to other children, they use the language spoken between peers. I found their explanation to be very interesting and more effective than the lectures teachers give in classes. Therefore, I think it's very good to train children to give guided tours. I think the effect is also quite good.
Planting seeds of great love in young minds, Tzu Chi's Humanitarian Cultural Center is implementing a campaign that benefits students. It has given out 100 books and Rhythms magazine to 16 elementary and high schools in New Taipei City.
Through this activity that lasted for a week, children can enjoy reading and also witness how other people strive and grow. I think it's a great activity. I want to thank Tzu Chi for giving the school the opportunity to cooperate with Tzu Chi.
Besides providing books for students, the volunteers have also invited Hangzhou Mixed Arts Troupe to perform for everyone.
I hope the students who came to this event can feel encouraged and see the value of their lives. Then they can live their life to its fullest and do meaningful deeds.
Education involves long-term companionship. Tzu Chi Humanitarian Cultural Center's campaign has allowed children to enjoy reading and learning outside the classrooms, broadening their perspectives.
Chen Koji, who has congenital vision impairment and is almost blind, is a student at the Yimin Elementary School in Dali, Taichung. He is the winner of this year's Presidential Education Award for his many talents.
Chen Koji is a young 6th grade student at Yimin Elementary. He has a good ear for music and learned this beatboxing from the internet. Using his mouth as a sort of instrument, he can create many different sounds. He is particularly good at studying foreign languages.
This is how you say welcome in the Thai language, and this is how you say how are you in Thai.
Chen Koji is almost totally blind and still chose to attend regular school. Due to his perseverance, he has overcome many difficulties and uses a stick to navigate on campus. He is tireless in his pursuit of education and has an excellent academic achievement. He has also won many speech and music competitions and even won the Presidential Education Award this year.
这个孩子自己啊，他很正向，很积极。
让我们学习。
Compared to visually impaired people, it is much easier for us to learn, but they may actually have more enthusiasm for education, and they may have a unique perspective.
When he has free time, Chen Koji likes to go to the National Library, where he volunteers as a proofreader of Braille books, as he believes he is living a happy and fulfilling life.
I think some people are not very good at sports because their cells are not good at this. And the same may be true for some in music. I just think that I suffer from poor optic nerve development, but everything else is similar to others.
Chen Koji thanked many people for helping him receive the President's Education Award. He said it is a tremendous honor and will help his work harder as he believes there are no obstacles in the world, just different circumstances.
Huang Ahui from Lingyuan, Gao Xiang has mobility difficulties and never had a chance to attend school. After she grew up, she completed her basic studies while taking time to be a volunteer. She's now 50 years old and has a brand new life outlook.
Who says that a polio patient can't be a volunteer? The story of the 52-year-old Huang Ahui will surprise you.
Now I can study at night school. Otherwise, I've never had any education when I was little. Now, as long as I can study, I feel very enriched.
Due to her disability, Huang Ahui didn't go to elementary school. She has learned the Chinese herself. 9 years ago, she started to study at night school, and she cherishes every moment in class.
New students are less familiar with courses, and Ahui will step in to help. She's very active, and whatever she promises, she will do it. Sometimes when she is bringing something to me, rain or shine, she will always deliver it if she knows I need it.
From a night school student to a teaching assistant, Huang Ahui's delicate personality also can be seen in her craft. Whether it's straw, clay, or ribbons, Huang Ahui can creatively use them to make art crafts. Other than volunteering at the night school, she also does community service in her spare time. Originally, she just wants to make up for her childhood. However, she has surprisingly created a brand new life herself.
That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching.